everyone, Exacto here. We are coming in hot with our first match with our Darius deck. Slight note before we get started, I wanted to show that I had to substitute one battlefield due to some recent announcements. By the time this video comes out, they will be old news by now. But previously we were playing Arena's Greatest. We're not allowed to play that anymore. So instead, I was racking my brain trying to figure out what battlefield a Darius player can take advantage of that maybe an opponent can't as well. So when I thought combined with stuff like Trifarian Glory Seeker and Rally the Troops buffs, maybe we have a lot of buffs that we could potentially spend for card draw. So I'm going to try Monastery of Hirana as my third battlefield. Maybe it's the right choice. It's probably not, but we'll see how it goes. Anyway, let's get to the games. Let's see what our first opponent is going to be. Trying to find something. I considered Zon Warrens, but that helps the opponent as much as it helps me. With card filtering, it's a pretty good neutral battlefield to pick. How much fast decks are going to feel the loss of Arena's Greatest yet to be seen. But okay, so we are playing a Kaisa deck. Very cool. So we start with Trifarian Warcamp. We lose the die roll. So what we are looking at is Hidden Blade, Glory Seeker, Ferris Forerunner. So I do not want a Hidden Blade, but I do kind of want Ferris Forerunner against the removal deck. Do I want any type of Hidden Blades? I'm going to make the weird choice to mulligan 2 Hidden Blades here. So what we are looking at is we are going to look at Inferna plus Trifarian Glory Seeker. That seems like a pretty solid play. We will start with Inferna, and we will play Trifarian Glory Seeker, apply buff, and send it back over. Solid play. 2 units turn 1. I like it. This also protects us from a turn 1 removal spell that Kaisa decks would like to do. I assume he's got some type of red burn spell to take care of my unit. One of my units. So he plays a Ravenbloom Student. Falling Star double hits. Yep, that does it. Absolutely. Okay, so what we are looking at here, we have the question of, do we let him go to 3? Whereas we could play something like Kaisa Survivor plus Noxus Hopeful. Or we could play Kaisa Survivor Ready to Roll right now for everything. My aggro brain says push him out, make him pay. But I think I'm going to play for Kaisa Noxus Hopeful pass. We'll try to set up our board a little bit instead of pushing all in. Keep in mind he also has that Ravenbloom Student that has the potential to get easily big enough to push us off a battlefield. So we'd be throwing our Kaisa away to stop him from getting a conquer, getting a hold point. We'd get a card draw from it, of course, but sure. Taps 4 to play his own Kaisa. Okay. That's a nice draw to have. What we can do I got to keep in mind Hextech Ray. Hextech Ray beats us anyway, so maybe we just move in with our Noxus Hopeful to test the waters. 5-3 on the war camp. Stupefy. All right. In this sense, we will approve that. So he gets another draw from it. 1, 2, 4, 5. Play Vi, done the Ravenbloom student. So now we will conquer and score. We will move in with Kaisa. Conquer and score there. Get a draw on. That's a good draw to have for our next turn. And I think what we will do... So he needs another point of power to push us off that if we commit Rek'Sai to the board. I think we're just going to commit Rek'Sai to base, though, since he's better on the attack than he is on the play. Than he is on the defense, though. Falling Star, 2 and 2. We will cash in. Sure. He will play Lecturing Yordle and a Watchful Sentry. This is nice because what it will allow us to do is we have a number of options here. We can play Gem Jammer to give Vi ganking to come over and stun Kaisa and the Yordle. I like the idea of that. However, I also like the idea of drawing a card and just playing Darius Trifarian to push him off the battlefield. So we will do that. Play Rally the Troops. I like saving the Gem Jammer thing for a different turn. Okay, so we will get our draw on. Prove that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Play Darius. Give him a buff. Comes in ready. Swing. All right. Now I'm not too nervous about Singular Watchful Sentry. So I am considering whether I want to Hidden Blade somewhere, but I don't think I do. So I think I'm just going to save my power and end the turn here. Now Darius is at 6. Pretty big amount. We could be looking at something like Singularity. Deal 3. Now he will kill our Noxus Hopeful. Okay. And draw a card. That's that turn 1 removal spell we wanted to move around. All right, he is spending a lot of cards Actually, he's just drawing. All right, so he gets the double draw here. I think our correct play is we are going to load up on the arena's greatest. Actually, we're going to load up on the Trifarian War Camp. So we will start with playing Gem Jammer on Arena's Greatest. We will move over Darius Trifarian. We will 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We will play the Ferris Forerunner. And don't know what else could possibly happen, so we will play Hidden Blade hidden on Trifarian War Camp. Try to hold on. See if we can hold. Deal 6. Oh, deal 6 to Vi. I say yes. Vi's gone. I will remove the Vi as opposed to giving you 2 cards. Thousand Tail Watcher. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Cycle a couple runes. Prove. Hidden Blade, the Thousand Tail Watcher. All right, that was enough to win. We'll take it. Okay, so against the removal deck, Ferris Forerunner. Ferris Forerunner definitely seems like a strong inclusion. We will play both copies of him we have here. Brought in a Falling Star. So do we want Ash? Not really. Do we want Salvage? Really? Do we want Vengeance? Slow speed removal spell? No, probably not. Do we want Falling Star? He played a lot of Yordles and Ravenbloom students. The Ravenbloom student, this is a nice answer to Ravenbloom student. The Death Knell draw guy kind of gives him value on the way out. The Yordles and etc. give him a lot of value as well, but maybe that's better than something like Salvage. So we're ready. Whoops, we have a bit too many cards in here. We'll have to cut some. Okay. We'll actually cut a Falling Star, and we will cut a Vi. There we go. Since we brought in, we're on the draw here, so we'll play Seat of Power. We'll see how it works out. I cut Vi to cut down on our top end here. Maybe that's the trade-off you need to do. What are we looking at here? We're looking at a lot of expensive stuff. Kaisa goes. No, she is really nice. And I kind of want to keep all of this because I want to draw a 2-drop, and that's not a 2-drop. I like to draw a 2-drop into Noxus Hopeful. That didn't happen. Let's see. So our choice is to leave and then get on the board with Vanguard Captain, but I think we just Noxus hopeful, actually. So we're going to cleave. Okay. Then we're gonna Noxus hopeful. Not the start we want. I am really confused as to why we're always missing 2-drops with this deck. This is not the first time this has happened. Makes a gold. Oh, I thought he was gonna bot removal my Noxus hopeful. Okay. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna... We could have Hextech Ray plus... Hextech Ray stops us from Seat of Power anyway. So we will move in with the hopeful. Yeah, Hextech Ray. Okay. So... Prove. That dealt 4. So how we will respond to this is we want to just dump it all into Kaisa, push him off that battlefield. Score, get our draw on, and we will end turn there. Now this does definitely expose our Kaisa to some pain, but we do have the option next turn of Trifarian Glory Seeker plus you'll need to repeat that. Yeah. So he exhausted 2, and that will be enough to kill the Kaisa. We'll take that because we have a Vanguard Captain that card would have been nice to use on. He plays Ravenbloom Student, as well as his own Noxus Hopeful. Very nice. And then he will get the Conquer at the Void Gate. So now we are looking at a turn of Trifarian Glory Seeker. Or do we develop the battlefield here with Ferris Forerunner? If we play Darius Trifarian, we push him off Lecturing Yordle. He commits both units to kill Darius. I kill the Noxus Hopeful. He keeps the Ravenbloom Student, and we can deal with that later on. So I think that's fine. We'll play Trifarian Glory Seeker. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We play Darius Trifarian. Move in with Darius. Push the Lecturing Yordle off. Conquer and score. Okay, and we say, feast upon my Darius. Sure. Darius at 4. Darius at 4, Ravenbloom at 3. Four to 4. Absolutely. That was the trade I was going to make anyway. Looking at a Kaisa. Okay, sure. Got it. And he gets the second conquer. Go. And he gets a draw and a draw. 2 draw. Very good turn for him. Okay, so we will start with Rally the Troops. All right, we'll get our draw. 1, 2, 3. To play Vanguard Captain. Buff. Fly buff. Fly buff. He already has an absolutely massive grip of cards. So what's a little bit... Hidden Blade Kaisa. Move in with the Glory Seeker. Oh, well, no dice. There you go. And that will be our... Definitely the battlefield of choice for them, the Void Gate. Bonus damage with their spells is exactly what Kaisa wants to do. Deal 4 to a unit in the base. Sure. Plundering Boro, lecturing Yordle, move back. All right. 1, 2, 6. Okay. So we will move into Void Gate. 4. Move into Seat of Power. Conquer and score and then draw. We will rally the troops. Draw. We will see, my plan was to Ferris Forerunner here. I don't know if I want to do that anymore. I don't know if I want to Noxus Hopeful, Honest Broker 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I could play all 6 of that, and everything comes in with a buff. So I think that's what I'll start. Just put a whole bunch of stuff on the battlefield. Now he has infinite cards in hand to deal with this, so I'm not expecting to make it out of this unscathed. So let's see. Right, he has enough to, oops, Singularity. That's pointed there, I'm sure. Boom. And which one? Boom. Make a gold token. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He has Yordle. He has Yordled and Singularity. That brings the Ravenbloom student up to 4. I'll let him draw 2 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Raven Bloom still goes to 4, though. Not countered. However, he can't take both battlefields here. Okay. All right. That's right. Okay. So how do we get out of this? Tough situation. 1, 2, 3, 6, and enough to play card captain. Well. This will prevent him from going to 7. But it will not allow me to Vanguard Captain and Ferris Forerunner. Vanguard Captain isn't quite as good if I don't have the buffs attached to it. I think we'll just Gem Jammer. Move the recruit over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Play a Ferris Forerunner. And end the turn there. So if he has a Thousand Tail Watcher, it's game over. Reasonable to assume that he does. Oh, of course. All right, that'll do it. Time Warp will do it. Okay, so I think I do want to have Falling Star against him. He has a ton of small units, and I want to have a way to deal with them. I do not think maybe Rek'Sai is the cut here. It's Kaisa. Well, I think I'm going to cut Rek'Sai though. We'll see how that works out. We'll go first. We have the 2-drop, we have another 2-drop, we have a Hidden Blade, we have a Ferris. Hand seems acceptable. I don't want to throw back Hidden Blade, so I'm going to do that. Okay, Falling Star, nice. We'll start with Honest Broker. End turn. The Yordle. That's what we wanted. We will move into the monastery. Conquer and score. We will play the Gem Jammer. Right? And we will play our Vanguard Captain. We will end turn there. We know that our Honest Broker is going to bite the dust here. This does set us up for a turn in which we can 2 to a unit at a battlefield, then deal 2 to up to 1 other unit. Sure and sure. Take a gold. Means he cannot play Kaisa this turn, though. So I would imagine he is going to develop his board further with another 2-drop. Yep, there we go. Okay, so we will play Falling Star. Yep. Take 2 of his guys out. Now we'll move 1 guy here. Score there. We will move Vanguard Captain there. Sure. You got it. Move in there. Conquer and score. And what we have to do here is we have to develop out a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 4. Not enough to play Darius. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have enough to play Darius readied next turn, so we're actually not going to play the Gem Jammer. Because we might want to push Kaisa off a battlefield here if he devotes his turn to that. Which he will. Yep. Absolutely. Does get a draw. All right. So we will play Gem Jammer. All right. 1, 2, 4, 5. Darius Trifarian. Move in with Darius on the monastery. Turn a friendly unit to its owner's hand. Its owner channels 1 exhausted. Sure. Conquer and score. And we will move our recruit back. We'll end our turn there. 1, 2, 3, 5. He ends up with 8 runes next turn. So Kaisa, he will need to Kaisa plus another spell to push Darius off the battlefield. We will end turn there. We have the option of Vi plus Noxus Hopeful next turn, though, which is a nice turn for us. Or if we potentially draw a 2-drop, we can Ferris Forerunner as well. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2 blues. Darius is downed from the Thousand Tail Watcher. Proved. So we do have the option here of bringing in Vi. Now, Vi will come in, stun the Thousand Tail Watcher, and then our Gem Jammer will be living large. So do we have enough for everything? We have 8 runes at our disposal. So no, we do not. We are going to Gem Jammer. 1, 2, 4, 5. We are going to buy, stun, Thousand Tail. It dies. Okay, we will conquer and score. We will move in with our recruit on the rockfall path, conquer and score there as well. And we know he has Kaisa in hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then he has 2 more rooms. So I think what we can do here is we can, well, the only choice we have is to Noxus Hopeful base, since we cannot play units at Rockfall Path. So he has to push us off this battlefield. In which case I should have played Noxus Hopeful at the monastery. Alright, he will kill Vine. Five. X-Tech Ray. 4. So he successfully clears us off a battlefield. Okay. So what we will do here is we're going to do what we should have done last turn. We will Noxus Hopeful here. Here and draw. We will 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 9. So we have enough to, we don't have enough to do all of this. But I think what we want to do, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll play Fair's Forerunner. We will also play Trifarian Glory Seeker. Put the buff on the Glory Seeker. And we will end turn there. Yep. Dead. Dead. Take 2 mechs. And we win. All right. So big mistake at the end of the game there on my part. Should have played Noxus Hopeful on the Hiragana Monastery. There really was no reason to not do that. He had to push us off both battlefields. Could have asked the opponent, can I take it back and play it on the battlefield? He would have been well within his rights to say, no, you made a mistake. That had the potential to really mess us up there. For example, if he singularities both our units and follows that up with a Hex Tech Ray on our guy, or a 2 drop removal spell. Or no, I'm sorry, he only had one mana left. Then we are at a big disadvantage, because then we have to push his Kaisa off. We have to double conquer. We have to redo the whole thing. Gives him an opportunity to draw a Thousand Tail Watcher. He had plenty of outs there when I should have shut the door on him by playing the Noxus Hopeful to that monastery. Luckily, it didn't hurt us, but something to keep in mind in the future. That is a basic Riftbound gameplay mistake that my fault. So let's update our text box here. We are currently 1-0. Beat Kaisa 2-1. Mistakes. Mistakes will be the note of that. Okay, so let's save that. If you like the content, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps us out. And as always, I will see everyone in the next video.